Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy, the only original American Gangster, and we are back. We're going to be diving into something that needs to be discussed. Tyler Bowyer told me on the phone the first time we talked. Well, we talked on the phone once. We texted twice, a couple times. He told me this. He said, Charlie Kirk and I own the Charlie Kirk podcast. It has nothing to do with Turning Point USA besides the fact that it gives free marketing to Turning Point because Charlie's the owner of the channel. So is Tyler Bowyer. I don't know if there's anybody else involved, but I'm pretty sure it was just the two. So what does that mean? Why do I even mention that? Why do I say that? And why is it important? Well, there's a couple reasons. If Charlie Kirk owned the Charlie Kirk show, the Charlie Kirk podcast, and so did Tyler Bowyer, and Charlie is gone, who in Charlie's place owns Charlie Kirk podcast along with Tyler Bowyer? Anybody in the chat? Of course, it's Erika Kirk, right? Erika Kirk and family, most likely. I can't claim to know. I don't know if they're doing some deal to have TPUSA own it eventually. I don't know. But what I do know is that it's a private podcasting studio that ended up going with Salem Media in 2019 or something. I think I don't remember the dates. So if Erika Kirk owns the Charlie Kirk podcast with Tyler Bowyer, two people that are not really ever on the show hardly, then everything that comes out of that show, Erika Kirk does a full-throated endorsement because she owns the channel. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. Does that make sense? So I'm going to play a couple of things from that channel. We're going to talk about Candace Owens footage that has been released over the last couple episodes, things that I've missed. We might laugh a little bit as well. There's a lot of funny bookmarks that I would like to show you. And so I appreciate a good time. So I hope you do too. So someone said, breathe, Danks. We aren't on 2x speed here. Okay. I'll slow down. Well, I'm just excited to be back, right? I'm excited to be back. It's been a while. We had a great show yesterday. Elizabeth Lane, myself, Libertarian Overwatch, and of course, James O'Keefe. It was really interesting to get his perspective. And for those of the people out there that say, and I've seen this across the board, oh, you have somebody on, you endorse them, like you see their views. Like how? So you're saying that just because and actually, yeah, I do see the view, the actual the realness of what is being done by James O'Keefe by exposing fraud in the government. Now, is he Nick Shirley 1.0 and Nick Shirley is 2.0? I don't know, right? I don't think so. But whoever I have on or whoever I guess with, this is what this show is all about. Different opinions, similar opinions, echo chamber, no echo chamber. A lot of times we end up in our own echo chamber. Actually, we all are. So it's really important to get more important because of that to reach somewhere else that we typically wouldn't. I usually wouldn't talk to, normally like regularly hang out or talk with someone that's just like still pro MAGA. But somehow James O'Keefe has this pro MAGA. Hopefully things will get better, but I can see it starting to slip for him. So if you want, after the show, please go back and watch yesterday. I took off the ads. They shouldn't give you any ads because I want you to watch. It's super important, the things he exposed. So what we're going to do first, before we get into Candace, some things that Barron showed. This might be a little longer of a show, so buckle in unless somebody pops up on me to do to go live while I'm live. Maybe if there's Candace or Barron or somebody pops up, I might close it out sooner. But we're going to have a good show today. So put a fire emoji in the chat if you're ready to rock and roll. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you haven't already for the algorithm. Help share this message. And if you want to join our inner community, the Dankster Intel apparatus, go to clubvatra.com/danksterintel, clubvatra.com/danksterintel, CLUBVATRA.com. So let's go ahead. And so I haven't listened to any of this. Well, I'm sorry. I have. I listened to some of this. I was in the shower right now. And so I just played it from the beginning and I got about 10 minutes in before I had to go live. So we're just going to listen. And of course, I'm going to do my thing, my dankster thing. And we're going to discuss some things. Another thing is, well, I guess we'll go with it. Let's go with it.
I don't think that you even know what you just said there and how much of a bombshell that is. Can you repeat that again?
Yeah.
Did you just say that Candace Owens told you that if the wrong people take over TPUSA, she's going to burn it to the ground? One of the reasons that I agreed to do the interview is because my own...
Remember, Erika Kirk, I don't know for sure because I haven't seen the back and forth and the inner paperwork of how all this stuff works with them after Charlie's demise. But Erika Kirk most likely is the owner, the majority owner maybe, or split at least, of the Charlie Kirk show. It is completely separate from Turning Point USA. It is literally just an independent media outlet like me. However, they were being broadcast by a foreign propaganda machine called Salem Media. So that's the difference. They're not independent anymore. Now, they're still on Salem Media, by the way. Why do I mention Salem Media? Brad Parscale, foreign agent registered, taking tens of millions of dollars to spread foreign agent propaganda in America. Born and bred in Kansas City, big 6'10" corn. I used to say cornbread. Somebody, I kept saying he's a cornbread looking. But what is a corn-fed ass dude, big 6'10" like dude, like country ass dude, doing? Born from Kansas City, Missouri, and working for a foreign government with the president.
Own audience has had many questions about this since I began discussing these lunatics online, essentially,
Sure.
and that's what I consider them to be. And I thought that maybe if they heard a lot of what I had heard, that they would kind of understand my thought process and how I got to some of these inductions. And so I'd like to start by going all the way back, and maybe you can tell us actually what the relationship was between Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk. What actually was it?
Yeah, I'd like to go first there, even though you have far more to say, Andrew, because I can just speak from my perspective as someone who arrived late 22, moved out here in 23, that I have never met Candace Owens and don't know her. Maybe I saw her in person once at a distance. Maybe I shook her hand. I've never had a conversation with her to my knowledge. And I think that speaks to something because I was with Charlie for close to 3 years. And I feel like I met most of the people Charlie was super close with. I met donors. I met his family members. I met his team. I met a lot. And I don't know Candace. So I like to use that as a preface, but you have more that you can say about that.
Yeah, and Blake, you have that great video.
Yep.
I'm going to just be patient. I know this is tough. I know it's tough. But just watch, and I'm going to show you something.
That everybody plays of you reacting to Candace.
Oh, yeah, where I'm kind of like...
Yeah, obviously I'm mentally ill, bro. That's why I'm sitting here talking to a camera to you. I'm crazy. I'm crazy.
Raising my eyebrow.
It's fair to say Blake was early on the being suspicious train. Yeah, if you go back far enough, I mean, that's why, I mean, I put out that tweet basically saying, you know, Candace, your central foundational lie is that you and Charlie were friends. You were not friends, right? Show me something from recent, you know, the end of Charlie's life, the last 12 months or whatever. And I think she and then I said 18 months, 20.
The last 12 months. Charlie died 11 months ago. Almost 12 months ago. 11 and a half months. Okay. So he's, you know, he pushes it back. Oh, 18. Because
24 months. I think she showed something at 22 months. And so I got community noted, right? Okay. Whatever.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So can I ask you a question, chat? Please. Can I ask you a question? Candace Owens, March 13th, 2025 at 3:06 p.m. They have a conversation thread here. March 13th. So that's March, April, May, June, July, August, less than 6 months. It's 2 days, 3 days shy of 6 months. So the lies continue. So Erika Kirk, are you comfortable with these lies? I mean, are you this, because this is on your channel, right? So how I understand legal stuff is that if you're intentionally lying, you can be sued, right? Because that, that's what everybody wants to throw around paperwork and say, oh, well, lying and all that, and you're lying about me and you're trying to make me look bad and et cetera, et cetera. Well, this is intentionally lying, because this has been on the internet since, this has been on the internet since July, I guess, but I think she's posted before that as well. So immediately, this channel condones lying and deceit. For what? But to what end? For what reason?